We are ready, almost live. All right, guys, we are live. Welcome to the hot seat, everybody. Your Thursday night addiction. I am CJ from Cooking with CJ. That's Kent from Daddy Dutch BBQ, or we'd like to call him Dutch. And we got a great guest tonight with Tyler in the hot seat. So tonight we're gonna take it real easy. We're gonna have a good time. But tune into this one, guys. This is gonna be a good one. Tyler's not our normal guest. He has some cooks in him. You know, he does some cooking channel stuff, but he does a lot of stuff on his channel. And, you know, it's nice to get some new blood in here and not just YouTube cooking. So, Dutch, why don't you say hi to the people and we'll get going.
Well, welcome, everybody. Like CJ said, little different mix in tonight's show with Tyler, which I think will be a good change of pace. If you hear my door making funny noises, I am in the middle of a blizzard. So just don't pay attention to it.
Oh man, that's all right, man. You know, it was windy here today too in Southern California. It was about 85, and it was pretty breezy, but it was gorgeous, gorgeous.
I bet that was rough going out and getting in the pool.
Well, you know what? I did some filming today, and I couldn't do it outside because it was too breezy. It was like too nice a day outside. So, you know, I had to, you know, go in the garage. So, you know, I'm sorry, you know, it's just, you do what you have to do to film, right? You know, it's just,
you know, I really feel for you. I really do that. You know,
I feel like you're lying. I feel like you're not feeling for me.
Horrible. I don't know how you survive.
I know it's rough. All right, guys, before we get into the questions, I want to shout out everybody in the chat this here, chilling and grilling with Coleman. What's going on? The cooking copping, babe. Josh and Bethany are in the chat. How you doing? Papa Larry's in there. Keep Bettag is always keeping score. My hero, the Dawgfatha's barbecues in the chat. What's up, guys? Smoking Bears, Hobo Nichol BBQ Testing Laboratory. Oh, that's a hell of a name, buddy. All right, Bowers Barbecues in there. Jimmy Q Dan from SmokeyGoodness. Brooke Wyrick is in there. Daddy Cooks. And I thought I saw something in the chat that says Daddy Cooks is not going overseas anymore, and he wants to do the YouTube full time. Maybe I'm off, but Phil put that in there, man. I hope that's true. Let's see here. Tyler Condria, how you doing? Long's Quest, what's up, Skip? I think that catches everybody up in the chat. We got 22 watching. As much sipping and grilling with King Tut. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. A lot of you regulars know that I'm trying to get the watch time on CJ's Q. So we are live on CJ's Q. We are live on Cooking with CJ on YouTube. And we are live on Cooking with CJ on Facebook. All right. And the website is live. So cookingwithcj.com is live. So make sure you guys go over there and sign up for whatever I figure out I'm going to do with that website. So I think we got all the business out of the way. Oh, sorry. Uncle Steve, I beg your pardon, our illustrious sponsor. I'm a little flustered today. I'm all over the place. Sorry. Michael Hardy, how you doing, buddy? Uncle Steve Shake, our sponsor, the one we love. Let's see. He's over here. The flag, the hat. Kent's got the spices. I got Sexy Steve Shake up there. So thank you, Uncle Steve. We will do – oh, there it is. Sexy Steve's Shake. Oh, that's good stuff right there. All right, Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline. How you guys doing? Congrats on hitting 40K. Thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate it. We're on to hopefully 50K in a couple months, and then we will get to 100K hopefully by the end of the year. You got to have goals, right, Tyler? You want to set the goals.
Got to have the goals.
That's a big deal for me. Jean's in there. Mrs. Dawgfatha's in there. Bruce Sunberg is watching from Facebook. So thank you, guys. If you're watching on CJ's Q, I appreciate you doing that too. See here. Uncle Steve is our barbecue eye candy. That is very, very true. All right. So, all right, Tyler, why don't you say hi to the people and we'll get started.
What's up, people? And I'm honored to be on the show, Cooking with CJ. You've helped me so much on my Ninja Foodie, man. Every time I get something that I don't know how to cook, for example, lobster, I go to your channel, and it's like you've cooked virtually everything on there. And so I appreciate your channel, and I can't wait to try the Uncle Steve's Shake. Where I grew up in Southeast Missouri, there's a restaurant called Strawberries, and they have seasoning. They sell in like all the local stores, Walmart and Sam's Club and all that, and it's famous. It doesn't taste like a strawberry. That's the name of it, but just assume Uncle Steve's shake stuff, man. It's probably just as good, if not better than that. So Uncle Steve's shake, I want to try it.
I'm telling you what, Tyler, we'll get you some. This, you know, he's a sponsor. We love Steve. He's, you know, I've met him. We've been in the community, but his stuff is actually good. It's not just, you know, he's not just paying us for our love and affection. You know, we actually do love his stuff, and we've helped him develop it and spread the word and the whole bit. So he is the star of YouTube shakes for sure. When we're done, Tyler, message me your address. I'll get it to Steve, and we'll get you a plethora of shake options. Okay,
dude, that's awesome. I'll put on my reviews by Tyler, and then, you know.
Oh, right on. That's cool. So that's you know, that's one of the things we're going to talk about. You know, the progression of your channel, the different, you know, niches you're kind of going with there. So the reviews, your faith, the foodie grill stuff you try to do, you know, the whole bit. So very cool. A couple more people jumped in. We got Cuff and Stuff Barbecue, Sweet Lou Calamides in the chat. We got the professors in the chat. What's up? Food for Men. Hey, Bruce. What's going on, brother? I saw you on Facebook. Now I'm seeing you in the chat. Very cool. Phil said 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. He likes that goal. He's going to try to hit it too. Phil, here's what I'm thinking. Let's have some fun with it. Let's do a little bet. Let's make it interesting. We'll bet some credits or something. What's up, Kent?
Hold on. No, you guys do the bet. I'm holding the money.
Okay. All right. So we got to come up with some credits there, Phil. And you know the way we're going to do it, we're going to help each other out, Phil. We're going to do that Chipino collab that we had talked about doing when you were overseas. So let's make that happen. I'll be in touch. All right. All right. I don't see Miss Booger in there, Dutch. So did you put your normal thing about if you have questions and all that jazz?
No, I haven't yet. But Stephen and Jacqueline just did for us. The moderator right there.
Very cool.
So
Mario's in there. Right on. Never let Kent hold the money. Hashtag. This is true. Let's see here. Who I saw? Dawgfatha shooting for 100K subs too. Dawgfatha, you're gonna sneeze and hit that tomorrow, man. You're damn close. All right, Kent. What were you gonna say, buddy?
Never mind. We'll get into it later.
Okay.
I'll just address Mr. Nichol later.
Got it.
He doesn't realize how much money I hold every week. So.
Oh, that's right. So.
And it's not my paycheck because Mrs. Dutch gets that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about for me. I'm like, hey, I you know, you get paid. See, Backwoods Gourmet Channel says here. Don't know why. I appreciate it, Scott. All right, Tyler. Let's kind of just get out of the way the easy stuff. Where are you from? Where you live? Where you reside? All that good stuff.
Yeah, so I live in Southern Illinois. I think some people call it God's country because it's so beautiful here. Very rural. My town's about 3,000 people, probably 25 minutes to the nearest grocery store like Walmart or anything like that. But lots of good deer hunting here. People from all around come here. It's kind of our big draw. So good land for that kind of thing.
Very cool. All right. And then family life, wife, kids, dog, cat, ferret, anything?
So I have an incredible girlfriend. You shouted her out, so she must be watching in the chat. Her name's Brooke. So
is that Brooke? All right, on.
And she lives in Los Angeles, actually. But unfortunately, when she went home for Christmas in Ohio, she was exposed to COVID. So she's stuck in Ohio on quarantine, or has been. And then I spent a lot of my time with my cousins. So my little cousin Lily makes a lot of appearances in my video because she's with me quite a bit. Very
cool. Let's see here. So how did you meet Brooke all the way from LA?
Well, we were acquainted on Facebook for several years, and then I was traveling into California for a conference that I was involved with, and we ended up hanging out there. And the rest, they say, is history.
That's awesome, man. Very cool. Love connection all the way across the country. Well, mostly across the country. Yeah. I am about 45 minutes east of LA, depending on the traffic. Real close out there. So if you need me to keep an eye on her, we'll get
what you're at?
What's that?
What city are you at?
Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh yeah, I know where that's at. Because she was in Azusa before, but now then she moved to LA County.
Oh, we froze. There you go. Are you back?
Yeah.
She moved where from Azusa?
she was in Azusa, and then she moved to LA County now. So
all right, cool. All right, she's putting some smiley faces in the chat for you. So very cool. Let's see here. What else? All right, so lifetime question we always ask from one of our subscribers. Favorite music? You play any instruments, anything like that? Are you in a band?
I'm not in a band, man, but you know what? I like country music. I feel like that's cliche for the rural guy to be saying he likes the country music, but I do. I really like it. So if I'm just driving around on my truck, that's what I got going on. Channel 56, the highway.
The highway. There you go. I'm with you. I love me some country. Yeah. I'm okay with that. But I also love me some Justin Timberlake. So, you know, that's important, you know. So
Timberlake's good. He kind of has like a barbecue connection, I feel like, with his Memphis thing.
Yeah, see? And he has his own tequila brand too. How bad could he be? That's all.
He's an incredible musician, actually. Like if
there you go. You're now my favorite guest. You know?
I don't know why you don't like JT, but you need to get on the boat, man.
Yep. People are asking about Rancho Cucamonga, and they're like, "Isn't that where Next Friday was filmed?" Yes, it was. Yeah, that's what they're known for. Scott from Backwoods Gourmet Channel said he saw me on the Ninja Foodie infomercial at 3 a.m. in an emergency room this week. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for watching. That's my 5 seconds of fame. Why are you looking at me like that, Kent? What's going on, buddy? No, you all right?
I don't want to give away the answer to one of the next questions, but you know, the whole Timberlake thing, you know where you go for lying. Just saying, Tyler.
He is an incredible musician, man. He can sing, he can dance, he can play all the instruments.
You're right. If you're a middle school girl, him and Taylor Swift are right up your alley.
That middle school girl thing was literally like 2 decades ago.
Yeah, it's true.
It still is.
No middle school girl knows who Justin Timberlake is right now.
CJ was a middle school girl. I'm just saying.
What's up, Craig? I see Craig in there. What's going on? I think I missed a couple more people jumping by. Where else? Dan's Outdoor Cooking. What's up, Dan? How you guys doing? Appreciate it. All right, so that catches everybody up. We got 39 watching on various YouTube channels or freaking Facebook. Daddy Cook says he's the middle school girl. LOL. There you go. All right.
A bunch of men ages 30 to 50 that are apparently middle school girls, according to Dutch's definition.
Exactly. There's the world according to Dutch.
Did you see the song he did, Tennessee Whiskey, with Chris Stapleton? I mean,
yeah,
that was so good.
That was almost our wedding song. That was almost our first dance. Come on now.
I will give him credit for that song.
All right, good. All right, Amy Trin says hello, new to the channel. Right on, welcome. I'm sorry if I butchered your channel name. All right, middle school girls. This thing is getting creepy. All right, we'll stop talking about middle school girls. All right, all right, Tyler. We're gonna get into your channel, and we've always kind of been taught or learned or whatever through YouTube University that you kind of want to niche down on your channel to make it grow and build it, right? But you have really set different, angles, videos, whatever, and you're still growing and relatively fast, right? So before we get into each kind of aspect of the channel, when you started your channel, what were you going for to get it started? And then what made you kind of start branching into everything else?
Yeah, so about actually 2.5 months ago, I really started posting on there regularly. I have some videos on there that are a little bit older, but they were kind of just on there, and they were there for my friends to check out. But about 2.5 months ago, I decided I was going to do a review channel, and I would just begin with some products that I had at my house. And so that's sort of what I jumped in. What products do I have? I was thinking, the Ninja Foodie that I had an order from ButcherBox that was coming in. I have a Keurig, kind of a newer Keurig that does espresso. I haven't done a video on that yet. And I thought it'd be really cool for people to get a perspective on that. And then it just kind of grew into me doing that, but also me showcasing some kind of personal aspects of other things that are going on, more of a vlog style.
Right on. Now, do you find that the review aspect of it kind of pushed you to where you want to be, or is it, you know, adding the extras bump you up?
Well, I think it's so important to be consistent with the number of videos that you're posting per week and being in that regular schedule. And it's kind of difficult to consistently post 2 or 3 review videos a week. And so the consistency of adding the other types of videos to it helps, but also it draws in a more diverse fan group. And then people are surprised that they're interested in, you know, a Ninja Foodie, or I just posted one today about Green Chef. And so they may come there for one reason, but be interested because of personality or because of just the perspective that is a little bit different than what they've heard. And they might be surprised by what they find out otherwise.
Right on. All right. So, you know, normally in anybody in the chat that's been on our show, one of the things I always say is we keep politics and religion out of it, but we're going to actually kind of get into religion because a lot of your channel is, you know, based on your faith and you sharing it. So first off, let's, you know, the thing that Dutch asked earlier, what is your denomination and your following?
Yeah, so the church that I'm a part of is a General Baptist church. And so it's actually a small group of churches, about 850 churches, mainly strung throughout the Midwest. And I think the thing that sets us apart as far as the way that we believe, we just believe that Christ tasted death for all of mankind. It's out of a verse in Hebrews. And so that's what the general stands for, that Jesus came here for everyone. So every single person watching, that's what we believe.
All right. Very cool. So before we get to the next, you know, kind of question about your faith and all that, I feel like this is a great time, being that Hobo brought it up, to say congratulations to our Dutch barbecue for becoming Deacon Dutch at his church. So congratulations, brother. I know that it's something you're very proud of, and we're all proud of you for doing it. And you know, stay out of the sacrament. All right, that's for. I know you're not Catholic, but it's the only thing I can think of at the moment.
Anymore, predominantly most faiths use grape juice now, due to the fact that if you have one of my fellow deacons is a recovering alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
So if it was wine for the sacrament, he would not be able to partake in communion.
Well, there you go.
So,
all right. So you just took a joke that I was trying to be funny and make it all serious, but you know.
I know. I just like raining on your parade. That is my job. That's what I do.
Hobo put another hashtag in there. Hobo's church uses bourbon as his sacrament. No one hates you on that, buddy. All right. So obviously you don't have a problem sharing your faith, and I love that. You know, like I say, you know, Ken and I are both believers, whether we show it or not, we are. And do you find that when you share your faith on YouTube or anything like that, do you find any kind of backlash, or I don't say hate, but, you know, want to argue about it, or, you know, debate religion or anything like that?
I haven't really, but I don't walk the line really too closely to controversial topics in the same way that you're saying you don't ever cross into religion or politics. And I think that's important because I do have some pretty strong beliefs in regards to religion and Christianity in particular, and also with politics. But I also think it's so important that there are people from all over the world watching from a diverse set of views, and it's not right for us to try to infringe what we believe on them. But if they ask and they want to have a personal conversation about it, I'd be more than glad to have that. But my identity is so intertwined with who Jesus is to me that it's impossible for me to create any kind of video and that not to come up, just like it is in this conversation, right? It's just impossible for those two things to be completely separate, although I believe there's boundaries in it. There probably are some people that tune in and then realize that is, you know, sort of a central tenet or a pillar of who I am, and they might be turned off from it. But I don't think I've said anything controversial that would cause any kind of backlash.
Well, you know, sharing your love is different than sharing your this is the way I am, this is how it is, you know, whatever. So if you're keeping the controversy out, you should be fine. So,
and don't you think it's one of the most powerful things about food, because it doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter what your belief system is. It's the thing that, like, we unite together. If you look in the Bible, man, time after time after time, Jesus is multiplying food so everyone can eat. But maybe it's more about the moment that people are spending together than it is about just the food or the provision that's coming into pass.
Right. I actually believe you on that. I feel that myself. We've had multiple conversations on this. How I believe certain things, and Dutch believes certain things, and Alton and Hobo believe different things. People in the chat, but we can agree to disagree on the mess out there.
Yeah.
When we get in there, it's all about barbecue, good food. Most of these guys don't understand how great the Ninja Foodie Grill is, like you and I do. But
I get it. I get it. I'm a ninja evangelist, second
I love it.
What I do for the word of God. But it's
but it's just one of those things where if we come together over food, you can't go wrong. At least I feel that way. There may be, the fat side up or fat side down argument, or charcoal or pellets or whatever. But for the most part, we all get along over food and talking. So before we get to the next set of questions, we got a lot more people jumped in there. So Darnell Medley, how you doing? See West Coast Cajun Cuisine, Levin's in there. LT is in there. He's a Weber evangelist. I love that. He had Lewis from Our Shack Barbecue has probably the biggest collection of Weber kettles that you want to see or ever know. All right, a couple more people. The dude's in there. Black Illusion said, "What's up? Appreciate you being here." He's talking to Daddy Cooks right now. Cool. All right. Smoky Joe's Pit Barbecue's in the chat. I hope they keep Squirrel out of the chat tonight. I was tuned into his channel last night, and my guess is Squirrel is Russell from Raspberry Rock. I'm just throwing it out there. So
no, you should have stuck around. Squirrel showed his face.
Oh, who was it?
It was Rob, Mr. Homeowner.
No. Oh, well, there you go. All right. Well, I could have been more wrong, huh?
Hey, he pulled a Joe on Joe.
I love it. That's all right.
And Joe admitted to it, he got beat by his own game.
Hey, you know what? Now that I hear you say that, I recognize it. So I'm with you. But it did have that Canadian vibe to it. So who knows?
A little bit.
All right. So with your channel, what kind of direction are you going to go with it? Are you going to what's going to be your main focus? Are you going to try to niche down, or are you just going to provide content consistently?
I'm going to continue to do some reviews, but I think it's going to look different. Part of the reason that is because of COVID and it's restricted travel. I spent a lot of time traveling, and so I haven't obviously been able to do that. And I travel overseas quite a bit as well. And so it's really awesome even to showcase some of the food and the types of things that they feed you. Like one time, and I have a video about it, I was in the Philippines at a remote village. They don't even have running water to drink. They climb a tree and cut down a coconut and slice it open. That's how they're getting their water. And they were feeding us this chicken, I'm sure from out back. And the guy that I'm with had lost a tooth, and he takes a bite of this chicken's foot, and the toenail goes in his mouth. And while he's talking, it literally comes out of his mouth and onto my plate, like the toenail from his mouth of a chicken. So
that's fun.
To me interesting. Like, it was disgusting, and I'm not even Catholic, but I started doing that like right now. I was like, how am I going to respond to this? I'm like, and they're not Catholic either, so they didn't know what I was doing. But I think those moments are really cool. So I think it's going to be sort of a merger of all of those ideas into one. But that kind of merger isn't possible right now. It's becoming more possible, especially as there's some more provision for people to be able to travel. But
right. Well, we're doing some traveling next month, and I'm a little nervous about it. I don't know about you, Dutch. We're meeting up in Houston. We were supposed to do the Houston rodeo, but that got postponed. But we're still going to keep our trip. How do you feel about that, Dutch? Are you pretty comfortable with the air travel and the Rona and all that?
I flew out to California in end of September, didn't I?
Oh, that's right. You did. You're such a brave soul. Look at you.
You know what? I honestly believe this. If you do what you were taught in kindergarten, cover your cough, cover your sneeze, wash your hands, okay, you're going to be 10 times better off. I'm in a shop with 6 guys, okay?
Right.
We all sit together on Fridays and break bread together, okay? That's what we do on Fridays for lunch.
Right.
4 of the 6 have had COVID.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I've been exposed to it at least 4 times.
You're all good. You better knock on some wood, though, buddy. I'm just saying. Yeah, there you go. All right.
I don't know. Go ahead and get COVID before that Houston trip comes up.
Yeah. We got a couple more people jump in. Grumpus, what's up, buddy? DB Scratcher's in there. Hey, guys. Appreciate you all being here. You know what? I kind of feel the same way as Dutch. You know, like if you're washing your hands, you're doing the dang thing, you know, I've watched some news that that the airplanes have better air filtration than your house, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I feel pretty comfortable about it. I gotta actually. That reminds me, I need to rent that dang car so we could travel all over Texas. Let's see here. A couple more people jumped in. Skinner Farms, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Appreciate you being here. We got 41 in the chat. Let's make sure everybody's throwing the thumbs up, please. Thumbs up for our guest, for Deacon Dutch. Thumbs up for Deacon Dutch today, man. Good job.
No. This is about the man below us, not me.
But I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of you, man. You grown up and you grown up. Look at you. You're almost ready to be bald, dude. You need to cut your hair and look like the rest of us. All right.
You know, I got pretty close with the Wall twins. I almost yelled for the clip.
That's awesome. If I don't know if you saw that one, Tyler, but we had the Wall twins on, and they're both shaved head, you know, beard.
Take your hat off.
I was the third Wall twin.
You should have.
Yeah, you should have grew out your beard, Dutch, and cut your hair. You could have been cool. All right.
I got this lump back here from my first wife where I got hit with a 10-inch cast iron skillet.
Did you?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do this for Josh.
Oh yeah. Here, let me hold on real quick. Hold on, Tyler. Gotta bring out Dutch. All right, so Dutch is rocking the new grillsgonewild.com shirt for Josh. All right, chilling and grilling. Chilling and grilling and chilling with Coleman. Put $4.99 in there for Kent's. Oops, sorry, buddy. My bad.
Let's get back. Oh,
God, what's going on here? All right, Tyler.
He looked
all right. Oh, hey, guys, it's my first time. Sorry. Bad Beast BBQ. What's going on? I appreciate you being here, brother Daryl. All right. Before we get to Dutch's really cool, fun questions, we're going to do Uncle Steve's Shake giveaway. Dutch, keep your fingers off the keyboard, please. Back away. There you go. Let's see here. I see you, Russell. Appreciate you. I'm glad you're here. All right. So we're going to do the give. Put your phone down. You cannot play, Dutch. You're not eligible. You got a bunch behind you. Stop it. All right.
I got a competition in 2 weeks. I need more.
All right, cool. All right. Let's see here. We have it on live chat right now.
There, take that.
Nice. All right. Oh my gosh. Why are you so angry? Mods can't win. Yeah, they can win, Hobo. You're all right. Let's see here. We talked about young Tyler's faith. Let's talk about which denomination Tyler is. All right, so whoever puts it in there. Will Baptist work, Tyler? Should I give it to him?
Baptist is fine, yeah.
All right, Smoking Joe's Pit BBQ, you're the big winner. Thank you for playing. I'm sure you have plenty of Uncle Steve Shake, but you know how to get a hold of them. So thank you guys. Not Catholic. There you go. Thanks, Grumpus. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, guys. Brisket Medic, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? Southern or Northern? It's general. So let's see here. Smoking Joe's, you know how to get there. No mod should be able to win was my point. Someone who already doesn't have. Yeah, you're a good point. I think the problem is, Hobo, everybody in the chat probably has Uncle Steve Shake by now. Everybody's got a piece of Uncle Steve's thick meat. I'm just throwing it out there. All right, so you can never have enough shake. All right, Dutch, you ready to take over and let me take my break?
Yeah, I'll give you your Union 5. So, all right. Let's see. Tyler, are you a big fan of Salmon out of the Ninja Foodie, just like CJ was in one of his videos?
Yeah, I actually watched his blackened salmon video as inspiration. But yeah, I love salmon in the Ninja Foodie because it provides like a little bit of crispiness to the outside of it.
I would love to send you some B-roll, but I'm pretty sure I would have to first send it to a video editor to beep out a couple words.
Send it with no audio.
There was plenty of audio and me yelling at Dutch for making me do it.
Let's just say he's not a fan.
You're not a fan of salmon on the. I like salmon better if I had to pick, but it's not always an option.
Yeah, that's true.
This
Steve Scratcher said he does not have Uncle Steve's thick meat. That's the name of one of his spices. Okay, Tyler, it's not.
I assumed that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He likes to talk about his thick meat, and it's pretty disturbing. Hey, there you go. Bobby Catton's in the chat. Newest member of CJ's crew. Signed up. Joined. Hit that join button. Thank you, Bobby, for believing in me and being a part of the crew for real. Appreciate it, buddy. Or not buddy, ma'am, whatever. All right. Can you get back to work?
All right.
Stop showing off Uncle Steve's thick meat.
Are you done?
Probably.
Probably not. Hobo Nichol wanted to know, Tyler, and Keith Bettag asked the same thing. You can give the general area, but they wanted to know where you're at in southern Illinois because Hobo used to live in Robinson.
Okay, I live in Hamilton County, so it's like we're about an hour from Evansville, Indiana, probably about 45 minutes from Kentucky, about an hour from Missouri. So right nestled in a really, really good spot if I want to get somewhere fast. I mean, I don't need to, but if I wanted to get somewhere fast, I could.
Okay, well, you're not too far from Keith Bettag then, because he's in Evansville, Indiana. So
nice.
There you go. You mentioned your overseas travel.
Yeah.
Is that predominantly mission trips, stuff like that, or?
Yeah. So my church, we actually have a guy who about 25 years ago started a children's home in Honduras, and it's grown from just being a children's home to now we have 17 churches. And so we have at times we have up to 100 kids that live in the children's home. It's actually kind of like a whole compound, several houses. And then we have a partner that is a college in the Philippines that actually does kindergarten all the way through your bachelor's degree in Davao City. And then there's a Bible Institute that's in a remote village. And so I travel quite a bit to the Philippines and to Honduras as well.
When when you go to Honduras and stuff, do you have to take the malaria pills and stuff?
Neither for either of those trips, you don't have to take anything. But there's some stuff that I'm doing in India that you have to take some malaria pills and even get some shots.
We had to do that with a high school mission trip to Guatemala. They had to take the malaria pills and stuff. So, which our youth pastor at the time, he said they're absolutely horrible. He used another word. I'm just paraphrasing.
I'm sure the high school students felt the same way if they were having to take it.
Yeah. Sorry, the wind just really picked up here big time outside. So. Chilling with Texas wants to know, Tyler, what is the scripture for your channel?
The scripture for my channel. There's a passage in Matthew chapter 10 that says, all you need is 3 meals a day. And so that's a great Bible verse when you're doing a lot of it says all you need is 3 meals a day. I'm like, you don't even need 3 meals a day, but we'll take it out of context a little bit and say, all right.
So sometimes you need more. I'm just saying, look at the 2 gentlemen on the screen. Oh, sorry.
Nobody got this figure by being shy. So the first Sunday dinner I ever had with my father-in-law, he looked at me and he says, if you go home hungry, it's your own damn fault.
I love that.
So there you have it.
We were raised in the old school where you clean your plate. You know, my grandmother, little Sicilian lady, you know, 5 foot nothing, and she would yell at me. I'm the smallest brother, right? You know, surprisingly, right? She'd yell at my brothers and I for not eating 3 or 4 helpings, but then yell at us for being fat later on in the day. Like, you're getting too fat, but you need to eat up. So, oh man.
I do not want to see the size of your brother that's a firefighter if you're the small one.
Dude, he's 6'4", but he lost weight because he's actually doing a firefighter, but he's about 280. He's a big boy. My little brother, which no one knows or met or anything like that, he's about as tall as you. And I don't know about how fat he is or not. You know, we're all big boys though.
So about as tall as me would be like Josh's height then.
Yeah, about Josh's height. You know, Josh is much shorter than you, Doug, for sure.
Yeah. Well, at least 3/8 of an inch.
At least.
All right. Jimmy just put one in the chat from Cuff and Stuff. If you could cook anything, Tyler, what would it be?
Oh man, there's lots of things that I want to cook. There's a thing in the Philippines that they cook called lechon. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah.
And they literally, because it's such a like an honored tradition that they have, they could probably do it with machines, but they don't trust the machines. And these guys for like 15 hours a day just sit there and spin an entire pig. It is so good. Anthony Bourdain said it's the best food in the whole world. I believe him because he's literally traveled to the whole world. So I don't know if I'd necessarily want to be there for the full 15 hours, but to be a part of that experience, I think would be pretty special. I've been on the receiving end of the hard work that some of those guys put in. Obviously, it's their job, but on the receiving end of getting to eat some of that, and it is delicious.
Well, that's very
cool. Speaking of delicious, Grilling and Chilling with Coleman says his verse is Nehemiah 8:10. It says, "Eat the fat and feed the people."
There you go. That's true. You should eat the fat on the ribeye. I don't know why some people don't.
So I haven't taken a lot of time to memorize verses over my lifetime, but there's one that always stuck out to me when I was first doing Bible study with a couple of the dads that coach football. It was Job 2:10, where Job was yelling at his wife because she wants him to curse God, and he says, "You speak as one of those foolish women speak." And I just thought that was the ballerest thing for a dude to say to his wife. And that one has always stuck with me for some stranger.
And then she dies.
Yeah. See what happens? Yeah.
And then she's dead, but it gets to be quiet.
So anyway, I just had to throw my little anecdote in there because when I was doing the Bible study and I read that, I couldn't stop laughing, and I felt like it was very rude in the Bible study thing. But
do you ever have those moments when you know you're not supposed to laugh, but it just makes whatever's going on 10 times funnier? It's like this inner laugh. Yeah.
Right on, man. All right. Dutch, you got more questions, right?
No, I do not. Guys, give me some questions for Tyler in the chat, if you would, please. Just at Daddy Dutch BBQ, highlight orange. That way I don't miss anything.
Right on. All right. So Bad Beast Barbecue, Daryl in there said that you're actually close to him. He's in Southern Illinois, I guess. I mean, I know he's in Illinois, but I don't know exactly where he was at. But so you got a handful of YouTubers around you, buddy.
Dude, that's awesome. I can't believe there's so many people from Southern Illinois watching.
Right. We're not just global. We're America. America.
Just to clear up one thing with Tyler.
Yeah.
Northwest Iowa is God's country, just so you know. If you don't believe me, make a trip to Sioux County sometime, which is 20 miles north of here. They'll let you know. I'm telling you.
Hey, if he's in Bellevue, Illinois.
Okay.
You know what? Eastern Iowa is more God's country because the angel that is my aunt,
Steph,
lives in Eastern Iowa.
Aunt Steph is just displaced.
I said some people call Southern Illinois God's country. I grew up in Southeast Missouri. I think it's a little more beautiful there because the foothills of the Ozark Mountains, and so you get more terrain than where I'm at. It's pretty flat.
Yeah, I would like to say, Southern California is God's country, but there are a bunch of heathens out here. So
yeah, it'd be on that.
there's some nice scenery if you could pay for it. Anywho,
Etiwanda Trail ain't bad.
What's that?
The Etiwanda Trail ain't bad.
Yeah, that was pretty cool until you guys saw the rattlesnakes or heard about rattlesnakes.
Yeah, I don't like them.
No, if you actually go to the end of that trail, Dutch, I'll send you some pictures tomorrow. The end of that trail obviously goes. It's a trail by our house, Tyler, and it's up the foothills. And at the end of it, there's actually Etiwanda Falls, and it's very pretty through there with the the waterfalls. And I think while we were out there last time we went up there was a guy smoking weed and drinking a 40, but he was enjoying God's country for sure. All right. Uncle Bull is in the chat. What's up, man? Let's see here. Brisket Medic. Cali is the legit most beautiful place I've visited in America, except the people themselves, except they suck, except for like 10 of y'all. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad I'm in there. Did you get to see the video yet? What video would that be, DB? I'm sorry if I missed it, buddy. Let's see. All right. So I got a couple questions about your missions, buddy. The first one is wow. Hey, be nice to Kathy.
That was my son. He's yelling in the background.
Take the ruler out to him, man. Get your belt.
No, he graduated to an auctioneer's cane, 3/4 by 3/4 by 3 foot.
Oh, jeez. Wow. What's up, Rick? I see you in there. How you doing, buddy? All right, so cooking with Corey. Guys, sorry, Tyler, before I get to that question. Cooking with Corey. Corey, I know a lot of you guys make fun of Nebraska and all that jazz, but Corey is one of the most real chefs on YouTube right now. I don't comment on videos much anymore, but when I see his videos, man, he's making real food on there, and it's very good. So great job, Corey. If you guys aren't there, do it, man. Let's see here. I actually had a couple questions from you, the Dutch. Can you write them down, and I'll get back to them?
I'll try.
Yeah, all right. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, Tyler, so how many missions have you actually been on?
Yeah, probably more than I can count. I don't know. A lot. I go on total a year, yeah.
How many do you go on a year? What did you say?
A few, yeah.
A few. Okay, I didn't hear the.
Usually 3 or 4 big ones.
All right, cool. So kind of a two-parter. Your favorite country to have a mission, like what was your favorite country, and then your least favorite country?
Yeah, I love the Philippines.
Okay.
It's so much. I don't think I should say the least favorite country, but you might have some global fans, man, that might not be so happy. But I love the Philippines because the people there are so friendly. They say it's the happiest place on the world, despite the average income is equivalent to about $5,000 US per year for a family there. The daily minimum wage is like $7 per day for somebody with a bachelor's degree. So the standard of living is much different than what we're used to. Right. But the people are so happy, and they're so much fun to be around. And particularly where I travel, which is Davao City, it's very, very safe. I've traveled to some other places that if you don't have like an armored guard with you, it's just not safe to go out at all. And in the Philippines, I could go out. I was going to CrossFit while I was there the last time, and literally could just walk from my hotel to CrossFit, and it was about half a mile. Didn't have to worry about anything. So I think everybody should go there. I think if more people knew about it, they would definitely travel there, spend their vacations there.
All right. Now, what's the little egg roll things that the Filipinos?
Yeah, the lumpia.
Lumpia. There it is. It was stuck in my back here. I've actually made it. I love lumpia.
Yeah. It's so good. They also have a thing there called mango float, which their mangoes there do not taste like the mangoes here. They're completely different. And it's like this 7-layer mango treat, and it is so good. They freeze it. Man, that stuff, if you could get a hold of that recipe, and if you could get some mangoes from the Philippines, it's incredible.
Well, I know you can do anything online these days. I'm sure you can get there. Okay. Have you tried balut?
I have not tried balut. I'm too chicken, man, because number one, I don't really like eggs that much by themselves anyway. So why am I going to eat an egg where sometimes the beak and the feet are already formed in these things?
Yeah.
So, but I've seen lots of Americans, you know, succumb to the injury of balut.
That's funny, man. All right. A couple more people jumped in there. LeprakonTV, what's up, Lep? I saw you're putting that Beria. I can't pronounce. I need to get Ern on the line. Beria. Anyway, you're making that Bira. You gonna get some of that Bira? All right. Some Crazy Pop's in there. Angela's in there. What's up, guys? Thank you all for being here. Again, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up. Helps in the algorithm. Helps get things moving and grooving. All right. So you don't want to say the least favorite place because you want to hurt feelings. I get that. Is there any places that just been not as comfortable as you had hoped or wasn't what you thought it would be when you signed up for it?
Well, you know, I went to Japan and I was like shocked at how expensive everything was in Japan. Yeah. And part of the reason is if you're traveling even to China or to the Philippines, everything is so cheap there. You can go there with $1,000 and be like the wealthiest person around. And so there's a little bit of a contrast when you go to Japan and things cost, you know, more there than they do here. For sushi, which is famous in Japan, it's very, very, very expensive. It's like you plan on spending $50 for a sushi roll there pretty much.
Right. It's funny is we were actually thinking about taking the daughter to Japan this year before COVID hit. And I told my wife, I'm like, obviously, you know, I'm a big boy and I wanted to lose. I was going to lose just a ton of weight, going to go on water and saltine cracker diet, right? Because I did not want to get off the plane and have them point sumo that way. You know, I was like, I got to lose some weight. And I didn't want to be on the airplane for so long, being all huffing and puffing fat. So, but I definitely want to go there. Our daughter, actually all our kids are pretty much into anime, and it's you know, something they've thought about. So I think we want to do it. All right. So with these missions, do you have a crazy mission story that, you know, just something went off the rails, you know, something that you'll never forget?
Well, there was a country that I was traveling to that I didn't realize was more unsafe than I thought, and it was because ISIS had taken over a part of the city. And they were actually coming into the churches that we were ministering in and recruiting the young men to be a part of ISIS. And they'll promise, hey, we'll give you air conditioning and we'll give you whatever. And they didn't tell me until after I was there. After 2 days, I was gone. They said, hey, you know, just so you know, we had people on watch out for ISIS because they've been coming to our church to recruit people, and they would have kidnapped you if they came. And literally we had to go through a checkpoint where like machine guns, the whole 9 yards, like, and so.
Man, that's insane. That's insane, man.
I'm glad I didn't know, because probably I would have been a little more fearful about what I was doing. But sometimes ignorance is bliss, I suppose.
I was just gonna say ignorance is bliss for sure. All right, you know, we'll kind of you know, get away from the mission story, or the stories. But the one thing I do want to know is, being that you're so involved, do you have any aspirations of leading your own church one day, or heading a mission program, anything like that?
Yeah, I actually lead my church right now, but I would love to see us expand just from the city that we're in, which we have a lot of influence in our city. It's just a small city. I think the question is, how do you make it more regional versus just in your local context, or how do you expand it beyond? And it's the same principles I think you would use on your YouTube channel. Like, how do you win some people over and then continue to grow it? And one of the things that's happened in COVID, I was just looking at our numbers from last Sunday. We had 4,100 people watching online on Sunday, and I think it was like 4 different countries and 35 different cities or something like that, which is just insane, because that kind of stuff wasn't existing for us pre-COVID. So there's a blessing in disguise.
Right. I think the online church, it's a big deal here in California because everything's shut down and everything causes cancer and whatever. So
I just hate the straws there. Like, why are they made out of paper? Can't they find a better option?
All right. So anyway, I wanted to see if you were have you started a YouTube channel for your church yet?
We're not on YouTube, and we really should be. We were on YouTube before, but all of our people are on Facebook, and then we stream independently on our website as well. And so we were on YouTube, and we took us off, and I don't know. We don't know what we're gonna do yet, but right now we got a lot of traction where we're at.
Right on. Well, you know how to grow your channel, and you could probably do the same thing with the church channel and help fund the church with your AdSense, your 10 cents a day or whatever it is. So you're pretty solid with that. All right, Kent, you ready with your last little bit of questions, and we'll start wrapping things up?
Yeah, I got a few here for you. I'm not sure exactly what this means, but since you were talking about flying to different countries and everything, Hobo wants to know, are you currently on the no-fly list?
I'm currently not on the no-fly list, but I was supposed to travel to India on March 26th last year, and I had a friend I was meeting there, and literally COVID hit. He was already there. Basically, everybody that was overseas had to get back as soon as possible. And the newspapers there, 2 newspapers in India, put him on the front cover of it and was basically blaming him for bringing COVID into their nation because he was an American traveling there. Wow. And so I'm not on the no-fly list, but I don't know about him. He might be.
Yeah. Oh, man. Crazy. All right. Black Illusion asked, do you have any thoughts on sous vide? This is one of the ones that was tagged to you, CJ.
Oh, okay. Well, Tyler, have you done sous vide before?
I've not.
No, I honestly, I haven't either. I have a sous vide from actually Inkbird. They sent it to me. Inkbird sends everybody their thermometers. I got their sous vide machine, and it's sitting there collecting dust in the pantry. I don't know if I buy into it so much. The only thing I get sous vide are my egg bites from Starbucks every day, so I don't roll your eyes. We all, hey, listen, we all have our vices, we all have our addictions.
Well, I rolled my eyes because I remember going through that Starbucks with you when I was in California.
So that's my answer on sous vide too. Like I feel like I would love to try it someday. Those egg bites are bomb. Brooke said that in there. That's awesome. They are, and you know what? You don't feel too bad about eating them because they're not as bad as others, I guess you'd say. I don't know. Mike, I'm gonna hold on to it because eventually I'll be doing it someday. I think, maybe, possibly. But if I'm not, I'll send it to you, Mike. But that's kind of my feelings on sous vide. Kent, what were you gonna say about it?
The only time I had sous vide was a year and a half ago down in Florida with Shane. He had sous vide, actually just some sirloins, and he had it set at 120 degrees, and they were in there for like 6 hours. He pulled them out, salt and peppered them, threw them on the gasser, seared them off. My Lord, what a good steak, especially for a sirloin. It's the most tender sirloin I've ever ate. I'll say that.
Yeah, but for 6 hours, you're boiling that steak.
No, you're not boiling water.
I'm being facetious.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm correcting you, and you're wrong.
Oh, man.
I mean, a hot day in a Ziploc bag and just stick it outside, I guess, at that rate.
Or just throw it in the pool. It's fine.
You throw it in the pool.
Yeah, in the hot tub. Put it in the hot tub. All right. Uncle Steve said no one sent him anything. He had to make all his own stickers with his own logos. So you see Dutch, behind me, we have all stickers. I have stickers for you, Uncle Steve, but you already build them up, so save me my 45 cents or whatever it is. Bobby Catton says she just ordered a grill gun for searing her sous vide. I actually just opened up my grill gun yesterday. That thing was bad as can be. It's a flamethrower. You're giving a kid a flamethrower, and I freaking love it.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, Uncle Steve, you did mine. I saw it in there. Did you do CJ's Q? That's the question, Uncle Steve. All right. Go ahead, Dutch.
All right. I was going to say, if you haven't sent them to Uncle Steve already, you might as well, fortunately for you and I, when we get on the plane, they do not go by weight to charge for your airfare, so you can always pack plenty of stickers along.
I actually plan on it, along with all my other vlog gear stuff, you know. So, all right.
Let's see. Yes, it's Mario wants to know, what is your favorite and least favorite thing to cook, Tyler?
Okay, that's a great question. I love ribeye, just personally. That's my favorite. I could eat it
nothing wrong with
every day if I, didn't think it would be that unhealthy for me. Sometimes I have ate it several days in a row. So I love ribeye. It's my favorite thing to cook. I think it's easy to cook. It's easy to prepare. My least favorite thing to cook, if you get some kind of fish, some kind of seafood that it will, number one, make your house kind of smell up if you're not careful. I don't know exactly what that would be, but maybe like he's saying, salmon. I don't cook it very often. I prefer to buy it pre-smoked already. Have you had that, the pre-smoked salmon from like Sam's Club or something?
No, I haven't. When I was a kid, my grandfather was a big fisherman, and he would smoke his own salmon. I tried that a few times when I was a kid, but man, I could live without it. But going back to that ribeye, how are you cooking it?
Yeah, so usually I cook it on the grill outside, but it's winter right now, so I do a lot of Ninja Foodie Smart Grill, medium rare.
Attaboy.
Put some salt on it for a few hours, and then
a little dry brine. You know what's up, guys?
Maybe some Lowry seasoning. Sometimes just salt.
We got to get you some Uncle Steve shake. Get some thick meat on there.
I can't wait, man.
With a competition cow powder on your steak. CJ loves salmon with mayo. No, I don't. I hate mayo. Anyway, all right, go ahead, Kent.
All right, let's see. Well, while I got this on the screen, Bowers Barbecue wants to know what camera and audio gear, microphones, blah blah blah, do you use, Tyler?
So right now, my camera of choice is a Canon 80D. And the only bad thing about it is that it doesn't film in 4K, which I don't think is that big of a deal right now, but I think in the coming months or years it may be. And I love that it has a flip out screen. It's the DSLR, and you can see yourself if you're filming from a first person point of view. And I used to be really the biggest fan in the world of the GoPro Karma, which is it's basically a stabilizer for your GoPro, and it's a physical stabilizer, so it's not just on the lens. But I came across a thing called the DJI Pocket 2, and it is so small. I think I might have it right next to me somewhere. I don't see it. It's so small. It's like this big, and it films all the way up in 4K. It has 4 microphones on it, and it does incredible audio. I took it to this restaurant recently in Southeast Missouri called Lambert's, which is the #1 place in the world to pick out according to Travel Channel. So if you're in Southeast Missouri, let me know. I'll meet you there. It's not too far from where I live. And it picks up the audio perfectly. So if I had to advise anybody to go pick up a camera, it's the DJI Pocket 2. Here it is right here. It's like so small.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Like, boom. Just really a small camera. This is like, and it's only $350 for the Pocket 2. The Pocket 1 you can get for $250. So.
You know, CJ, when he was saying that, I thought I was going to hear him say DJ iPad.
I know, me too. My brother-in-law Matt, he's in a lot of my videos and a lot of the lives. He's always here, and he's a DJ. But we make fun of him, call him DJ iPad.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But iPads make good video. I have an iPad Pro. It can film really high quality in 4K.
Yeah, I've done. I have the 3i camera.
Yeah,
and I thought about doing the 4K, but to me, I've heard. I haven't actually tried it yet, but I've heard that it takes a lot of space. It takes a lot of time to edit, and for me, at this time, like I believe you when you say the 4K is going to be the next big thing, but until it really gets to that point, I'm pretty okay with just using the 1080.
And it takes forever to render. It's just not worth it. People are not watching in 4K anyways.
Yeah. All right, Dutch.
All right. I got about 3 or 4 more for you. I'm going to save the best one, I believe, for last. But I'm not going to tell you who asked the question until later.
Nice.
Coleman wants to know, have you ever met Victor Marks?
I have not met Victor Marks, but, you know, I'm a big fan of his. I've seen a lot of the stuff he puts out, but his main emphasis is on stopping child trafficking, at least in recent years. And I think that's so important. People don't even realize how big of a deal that is. Like I was talking about in the Philippines, these families are making decisions to basically sell their children so they'll be able to buy dinner at night. And there's better options in a world that we really have so much provision that we should be doing something to stop it. So Victor Marks is the man. If you don't know who he is, go listen to one of his talks or go to his website.
Right. Trafficking can be so huge. I work in transportation, and, you know, they have truckers against trafficking.
Yeah. And
I would say, and all our drivers, they want that sticker on the truck, they buy it themselves. And I'm going to tell you about 90% of our trucks, so I have a 500 truck fleet, have those stickers on them. So, I mean, I remember 30 years ago when Minneapolis used to be the hub of young prostitute trafficking in the Midwest.
Yeah.
All right. Josh and Babe want to know, you've mentioned the places you've gone on your missions, but what is your favorite place, either with or without part of a mission trip, have you ever traveled to?
Well, this might seem strange, but I just love the panhandle of Florida, like Destin, Florida. Man, that snowy white, soft sand, beautiful weather, crystal clear water. I love going to Destin.
You know where he was in Boogerville right there, CJ.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, you're not too far from Miss Booger. So, okay, Uncle Steve wants to know, what have you all cooked in your foodie?
Oh, I've cooked about everything that you can think of in my foodie. So you name it, Uncle Steve, I've made it happen. So I've done lobster, I've done salmon, I've done tuna, I've done every kind of cut of steak pretty much that you can think of. The air fryer, I've done some dynamite shrimp in there. Today, I got these knockoff Chick-fil-A nuggets. Somebody's trying to replicate them and sell them in the freezer aisle. Tried those out today. I've done about everything you can think of, Uncle Steve.
Hey, I tell you what, I have a Ninja Foodie Grill Chick-fil-A nugget recipe.
Ah.
So I'm just saying, if you're looking for the real deal, I got you.
Try it. This was Members Mark brand, which is the Sam's Club brand, and they've been trying to replicate some of the Chick-fil-A menu items, but
it's not good. It's not good. What's new barbecue? What's up, KC? Hey, all right. So on that question, what's your favorite cooking with CJ Ninja Foodie Grill?
Well, the lobster is the one that saved me the most, man, because I had no idea how I was going to cook this lobster in that thing. And so it wasn't the thing that I enjoyed eating the most out of everything that I've cooked in there. Your ribeye video, obviously, is a big video, and there's a reason why a lot of people watch that video. But because you do it right, although I didn't have the Uncle Steve shake to put on it, but I will after I connect with you. But your ribeye video is the – oh, and another video that I learned a lot from you, because I use this app called Ibotta, and they were having a thing where you get free turkeys on Thanksgiving. And so I got a free turkey, and I watched your video on how to make the turkey in the Ninja Foodie.
There you go. Right on. All right, cool. Just, asking. No big deal. Dutch, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, a little shameless plug there for cooking with CJ, but hey, that's all right.
Hey, did you hear I hit 40,000 subscribers?
Darnell wants to know, what is your next mission trip?
My next mission trip. So it just depends on how the schedule breaks loose in independent countries. I heard today that might be on the books for September to India. But again, with everything going on with COVID, it's really going to depend. Honduras is a lot closer. We got some situations going on there because there was a big hurricane that wiped out, I think, like 14 of our 17 churches or something there. And so we just need to get some help going on to some of those families and pastors. And so, I don't know. We'll see what breaks loose and where travel is opened up again.
Yeah, the overseas stuff right now is just so messed up. You know, CJ was talking about us just flying to Texas. Can't imagine going overseas. So,
yeah.
All right. What is the most interesting meal you have ever had, Tyler?
Was this question by Brooke?
No.
Brooke and I can't lie to a pastor.
I mean, I know she's setting me up. All right, she's setting me up because a couple of weeks ago,
I know. I think it's awesome.
We went to this restaurant in Nashville, Tennessee called the Catbird Seat, and it's a very expensive restaurant. Like, it was shocking how much they charge. But it's a 16-course tasting menu, and they're bringing out stuff that you wouldn't, normally choose to eat or think about eating, but they do it really well. So they had sea urchin gonads was one of the menus.
Oh, yummy.
Previously on their menu, they had snail caviar. I mean, who wants to eat snail caviar? I don't. Luckily, they didn't serve it to us that day, but it was a great meal.
That's funny, man.
All right. Now, I'm going to ask this question because of a video that was just put up 3 days ago by Cooking with Corey. Are you a fan of Rocky Mountain oysters?
Oh, not me, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't know why people eat that stuff.
All right. Here's what you eat: bowl fries. Call them what you want. Years ago, in God's country, I had the most prolific job in the Christian community ever. I was a bartender. Okay. We had a guy come in, and for happy hour on Friday, he would take bowl balls, slice them, double batter them, throw them in the fryer, and when it came out, it looked like a fried pork tenderloin. That was the size, that was the shape. And the guy had his wife there. And she had ate a sandwich. She loved it. She went back and got a second one. And halfway through that second one of her friends come over and say, "Do you know what you're eating?" She goes, "Yeah, it's pork tenderloin." She goes, "No, you're eating bowl balls." Immediately got up, went to the restroom. Immediately got up, went to the restroom, and made herself sick to get it out of her system. I'm like, you liked it enough to get a second sandwich. Now it bothers you.
I'm sure all of us have ate things we didn't realize what it was. At the Catbird Seat, one of the things they make is it's like a yeast donut, but it's filled with foie gras, which is like fattened duck liver, and it tastes good. But it's like, why would you think of making that?
Yeah, I've had so many times with bowl fries, everything. Up here it's. We actually have a little town called Craig here, and every year they have the Testicle Festival.
Stop it. That is
no,
the Midwest thing.
I'm not attending that.
This town of 200 people has another 1,000 people come in just for the Testicle Festival.
A bunch of weirdos, probably. I'm not trying to be mean, but
yeah, that's an interesting play.
No, it's all the farmers around because they're the ones who donated the testicles. So hey, let's go have a party. So, all right, one final question, and this comes from our sponsor and friend, Uncle Steve Shake. Tyler, does your church have a GoFundMe or a donation account?
Yeah, we do www.m1m and the number 1.church/give.
All right, there you go.
I'm sure one of the moderators caught that, and they'll put it in the chat for you. Someone said they feel the same way about oysters. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of oysters either. Like, I don't get it. Like, I've had them. I tried it. But it's just, it's like snot going down the back of your throat.
You are so wrong.
I could be, but my experience of such. And what? Am I just not cultured?
There's the opposite of cultured.
It's just I tried it, and I like shellfish. I'm not a. There you go. Uncle Steve said put Uncle Steve Shake on your oysters. There you go. Hobo, thanks for putting that page in there, buddy. Let's see here. Yeah, Corey, you can put your ball video in there if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're a moderator. You can do it, buddy. Okay, so it's www.m1.church.give
/give
Hobo /give. Come on now. Church is the URL. There we go. All right, Dan, put it in there. Best oysters I ever ate were grilled over open fire with butter. You know, I could try that. I would try that. I tried foie gras for the first time a couple months ago. I wasn't impressed. I was just, man, people go nuts over that stuff. I was just kind of, meh.
People go nuts. I put a video of all of the 16 courses that we got at that restaurant, and there's some weird stuff, and I don't know why some people eat it, but it was worth it because the experience was really cool, but I don't suggest everything on the menu.
Right.
You know what people around here really go nuts over is either lamb or calf fries. No pun intended.
All right. Casey asks, where in Texas will y'all be? Guys, we're flying to Houston. We're staying in Houston, but we plan on hitting Austin and where was the other? Corpus Christi?
Galveston.
All right. So
I have to take the CFO to Galveston, or I probably won't make it out of Texas alive.
Yeah. So I still got to get the car, but KC, we'll be in touch, man. We'll tell you where we're all at. We want to make as many rounds as possible to see as many people in Texas as possible. We gotta go see Alton and all the we're gonna try to get Justin somewhere in there too, and T-Roy, and the usual suspects, Joe. Anybody and everybody in Texas we can get a hold of, we're gonna get them somewhere together. So bring some proteins for the road trip. There you go. I'm in, man. Wherever when's the PA road trip? I don't know. We'll fit in Philadelphia someday. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Dutch, you got any more questions, bub?
No, sir. I am done.
All right. Well, then that kind of brings us to the end of the show. Oh, man, what a day. All right. Dutch, why don't you say some stuff on the way out, baby? Pudding, sugar, honey bunch. Dude, how did we go this whole show and now you're losing audio? Tyler, this is why we can't have nice things.
Come on, Dutch.
I'm telling you.
It's the blizzard. I think we're going to get hit with the snow tomorrow, so.
Okay. All right. Hobo, I will. Guys, if you want to hang out after the show, I'll say Dutch's exit. Dutch would like to say how much he loves and admires me, how he looks up to me, wants to be like me someday. I love this. He has no clue. Anyway, he thanks you all for being here, and Tyler, he thinks you're a great guest, and thank you for sharing. Anyway, all right. So Tyler, why don't you say a little something on the way out, and then I'll.
Hey everyone, it's been an honor to be part of the show, and I like being on the hot seat. It wasn't too hot, so if I ever get invited back, turn up the heat a little bit, guys. As you have any questions, but it's been an honor to be on. And if you're interested in any of the things that I talked about, go find our channel. We'd love to have you tune in and maybe subscribe.
Right on. All right, thanks, Tyler. You know what? We're trying to get rid of some of the same old questions because we've heard they're stale. So we decided to kind of, venture a different way of doing things. But with someone like yourself, that's not just all cooking. It gives us a little bit more to work with and have a little bit more conversation. So, but I really appreciate you coming on. I know this was a delay from the first time I had you invited on because, scheduling and all that. So that was my fault. I apologize for that. But thank you for being cool and working it out and coming on. I really do appreciate you being here. Great time. Dutch is figuring out life over there, so it's okay. Guys, next week's guest is TikTok royalty. His name is Matt Gork from Gork Boys BBQ. He's got a YouTube channel, has, 20,000 subscribers or so on YouTube. Big Instagram presence, but also a very big TikTok following. I think he's at like 1.6 followers on, or 1.6 million followers on TikTok. So I actually, you know, I've been following him for quite a bit, wanted to get him on. And so, you know, all of us, you know, most of the people are in the chat, Tyler, are YouTubers. And, you know, I figured this could be a little bit more interesting tangent for someone wants to go on. You know, I've tried TikTok. I want to know how it's working out for him, like financially or whatever, you know, if it's helping his YouTube channel. So we got plenty of questions for him about that. TikTok, more middle school girls. All right, I'll give you that, man.
Yeah.
I've been, Tyler, our moderators have been putting your channel and your Instagram and your Facebook in the chat this whole time. So guys, make sure you're subscribed, you know, show them some support. And that's it. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay healthy out there. Stay safe. Be